Welcome to Infinity Capital, everyone. My name is Raj. Today we are going to talk about Punjab National Bank. So, Punjab National Bank is the second largest bank in India. It's the second largest PSU bank in India after SBI. And this bank has around 10,925 branches. It has 14,000 ATMs. You know, and majority of the branches are actually located in North India, and most of the branches out of those 10,000 branches, around 1100 branches are in Punjab. So this is they had a merger, but they merged OBC and United Bank of India with Punjab National Bank, and so that was the merger that happened. So they have around 18 crore customers, and they this is what their loan book looks like. So 40%, 48% of their loan book is with corporate advances, which means they've given loans to corporates, big companies, factories. Then 18% of their book is given to retail, so people like us, regular people, home loans, car loans, personal loans, all these sort of loans. Another 18% is with the MSME, small medium enterprises, and 16% is with the agriculture sector. So agri related activities, agri ancillary companies, and so on and so forth. So Punjab National Bank is a very well-known bank. I'm sure everybody has heard about it. They also have international business wherein they have present in 6 countries. Okay, so this is the overview of the bank. Now let's quickly look at the price to book ratio of Punjab National Bank. So when you try and evaluate a bank, a price to book ratio is a pretty important ratio to look at. So if we'll see, so this website is called ratestar.in. So here you can come and check all the numbers for a particular stock. So they have the chart for the price to book, and it's been charted since 2010. So if you'll notice, in 2010 the price to book was around 2, and then it fell to around zero 0.5, zero 0.4, and it fell to around 0.3 also. So this stock is trading at the lowest point of its price to book. So this is something to take note of. My calculated bet is that the worst is already priced in into PNB, and that PNB should start going up from here. Let's do a check on the profit and loss statement. So what you'll notice is that the company was, in this phase, PNB was going through a very bad phase wherein it posted losses. Then the losses widened to 12,000 crores. However, if you'll see, a lot of cleanup has happened, in NCLT, and all these processes have come into India, and because of that, a lot of companies went through the bankruptcy process, and the government has also taken an initiative to clean up the books of the banks. So because of that, we are seeing some sort of stability coming into the profitability of PNB. So if you'll see, last year they posted a profit of 438 crores, and then this year they have profit of 2500 crores. So my guess is that the worst is already has happened in PNB, and now we can continue to see decent profitability coming in, and the stock started performing thereafter. So on a quarter-on-quarter basis, if we will see that in March the sales have gone up and the profits have also gone up. Last year in March they were making losses. However, this year they have made profits. Even December, if you'll notice, December 2020, the sales have risen, and last year they were making losses, but now they are making profits. So these numbers are very encouraging. Let's do a PE analysis. The median PE of this stock is 24.8, so around 25, and the current PE is at around 17. So we can see good up move from here, because currently the stock is undervalued from a PE perspective as well. Let's do a check on the technical charts. So if you'll notice, this stock got listed in around 2002, and it's trading around that price, around its listing price. Also, if you'll notice here, see the volumes. These sort of volumes have never happened in the history of PNB. So my guess is that this stock is being accumulated in this area. This is the range where it has been accumulated from. So the average monthly volume is around 697 million. However, in this month, the volume was, in this particular month, the volume was 4.8 billion. Even over here, the average volume is 864 million, but the volume was 4.43 billion. So this is something noteworthy from a technical point of view, that the stock has been accumulated. You know, these volume levels are the highest since the past, since 2003. So since the past 18 years, these sort of volumes have not happened in Punjab National Bank. So this is something to take note of. Let's go on the weekly chart. So on the weekly front, this what has happened, most banking stocks have made a bottom and they have gone up. However, PNB is pretty much languishing in this range. If you see, PNB is pretty much languishing in this range. However, what I've noticed, what we can see here is that it is slowly trending upwards. If you see, this stock is now slowly trending upwards. So the trend is changing, and my guess is that from here on, PNB might just take off. In a very short period of time, PNB might just take off. So what sort of trade can happen over here? Let's check the moving averages also. If you'll notice, the 200-day moving average has basically flattened out, and the 50-day moving average has started turning upwards. So what sort of trade can be done here? We can start accumulating PNB in this range. This is the range that we can start accumulating PNB in, and we can see at least a 50 to 80% move from here, because this stock has not moved as compared to all the other banking stocks. We can see a very quick and very fierce up move in this stock in the coming months. So the whole time for this trade would be probably 6 to 8 months, and I'm expecting at least a 80 to 100% upside in this stock from here on. So this is the analysis, guys. This is not a recommendation. So this video is for educational purposes only. Please consult your financial advisor before buying or selling any shares. Thanks a lot, guys.